Hi guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well whenever you see this. This is going to be a general reading for Taurus, and I wanted to say happy birthday to all the Tauruses out there who've already had their birthday or haven't had their birthday yet. It's still your season, so happy birthday in advance. And I also want to talk about real quickly about the Taurus New Moon, which is tomorrow, okay? Which is on May 11th. So you can always look up your time zone, where you are in the world, and exactly when that new moon happens. I believe for either the West Coast or the East Coast, it's supposed to be like 2 p.m. tomorrow. So I know it is in the afternoon. And then I saw another time for 3:40 p.m. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to be East Coast or West Coast here in the States. But anyway, if you want to know exactly what time the new moon comes, then you can always look that up again where you are in the world. But the new moon is a great time for manifestations. Okay, it's actually more powerful for starting new things. It's more powerful than a full moon. Full moon is when things have already culminated and reached its peak. Okay, so if you wanted to do any type of rituals or manifestations for tomorrow on the new moon, even if you're not a Taurus, that would be a good time to do that. So we're going to get into your cards in just a minute here, Taurus. I've shuffled and pulled everything out ahead of time, all your tarot cards and your oracle cards that we'll go over at the end. But yeah, I just wanted to say, if you're not watching this live and you want to pull up the picture while you watch or listen, or just even at a later time, you can go in the description box below and follow the instructions there. And I also wanted to say that whenever you do see this message, it is meant for you. Because time is fluid and relative. So, for example, it could resonate for you 6 months in the past or 6 months in the future, 3 days in the past, 3 days in the future. Kind of get my idea here. So, you always have to take it how it resonates for you. And I also wanted to say that even if you're not a sun rising or moon or Venus Taurus, this reading can resonate for you as well, since we all have different zodiac signs throughout our birth chart. So if you haven't had your birth chart done already and you know your birth time, even if you don't know it, you can get a free birth chart online and find out your other placements. For instance, your sun, rising, moon, and Venus placements. And then you can always watch other videos on my channel and other YouTube videos, or even just in general, read some other horoscopes that might help give you more of a full picture of everything that's going on for you. All right, what else was I going to say? Oh, yes. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to, it is free. It just lets you know when I put out new videos, and it does help my channel. So if you like this video and you want to subscribe and you haven't already, just click on the bell icon on the bottom right and make sure it's active in blue, and then you'll be all set up. So I think that's it for now. So we're going to do a quick sound bell here for some general healing and grounding for the reading. So if you want to, you can take a deep breath in and out whenever, or you can just listen. Okay. All right, Taurus, and anyone else watching, let's get into your reading here. Okay. And I hope everyone is doing well wherever they are in the world, day or night, when you see this. And if you're new, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back, of course. So we're going to go over the first main 6 tarot cards here. That's how I've been doing my spreads lately. And then we'll get into your tarot confirmation cards after that. And at the very end, we will do your oracle cards. All right, so Taurus, let's set your timer here. All right, so you have 5 of Sacred Circles upright, or 5 of Pentacles upright. Prince of Cups in the reverse, which is Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Hierophant upright. Prince of Sacred Circles, or Prince of Pentacles in the upright position, the Emperor in the reverse, and 10 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so Taurus, just to keep this in mind, this could be your energy here. It could be the person you're dealing with, or people you're dealing with, an organization, or just the general energy in your environment or surroundings. Excuse me. So, Taurus, to start off here with the Five of Pentacles in the upright position, which in this deck, the one I'm using for the main six here, this is the Ancestral Tarot deck. So it has Native American, Egyptian, medieval, Japanese, like all different types of different cultures. And so it has really cool imagery. So I've been using those lately to just switch it up a little bit. But yeah, with that being said, the Five of Sacred Circles, okay, which is the Five of Pentacles upright, this talks about Taurus in the recent past, okay? You could have, or even energy starting around the 16th. Oh, yes, I forgot to say that the first row is energy starting around the 16th, okay? Going through that week and the upcoming weekends. And then the last row here is the last row, which can be, a little more than a week and weekend, but basically till about the end of May, till about May 31st, okay? I don't have my calendar in front of me, so I don't know the exact breakdown there, but I believe it's the next 15 days between the 16th and the 31st. All right, so anyway, back to your card. So the Five of Sacred Circles, or Five of Pentacles upright, this is talking about in the recent past, Taurus, you could have been feeling left out in the cold, okay, looking for a refuge, okay, looking for a refuge, which also means looking for hope, okay, looking for a warm place to come into. So you always kind of see this card as like a winter time. And in other decks, you would see a man and a woman outside of a church, okay, and one is on crutches and they look poor and they look like they've been through a lot on their journey, okay. But in this deck here, they show these two women. One is opening the hut, okay, this Native American hut, and then the other one, she has these antlers on, okay, and it looks like she's getting ready for some type of special ceremony or ritual. So this card also talks about a spiritual retreat, okay. So when you see it in other decks, you have the church in the background. It doesn't have to be church, it doesn't have to be spiritual, okay, but it's just saying you've been through a long, hard journey with something, and you're really looking for some answers, and you're looking for a place to rest and to warm yourself up emotionally and physically, possibly, but it's more about the emotional side, really, with the metaphor of the card here. Okay. And now your second card here, Taurus, is the Prince of Cups in the reverse position. This could talk about during this week, there could be something going on with you emotionally that can feel a little bit negative. Okay, doesn't last forever. We already know that from the next couple cards that are coming. But if it's not emotions that are negative or uncomfortable for you, or the person you're dealing with, a general situation, it could just be stagnant energy, right? Slowing down of energy. And it could be because it's following the Five of Sacred Circles, coming out of the cold, the spiritual retreat. It could be that we need time to slow down and have the horse in the reverse, right? Momentum is slowed down, the reverse here. So anytime you see cups in tarot, they represent emotions. So that's why I was saying there could be something emotionally going on with you or the person you're dealing with, your general environment is uncomfortable or kind of negative, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be stagnant energy and slowing down of everything. But it looks like here, Taurus, with your next card, you showed up in your own reading, which is always a good sign. So the Hierophant card is the tarot card of Taurus, okay? This beautiful card in this deck. So you see these two women, one on each side, looking up and helping this woman in the center here, okay? So the Hierophant is about being a teacher, a mentor, or a spiritual guide, okay? So this could talk about leadership qualities within yourself or with others, okay? But it's really about being open to learning, okay? Whether it's, again, with another person or organization or something. But there's a lot of beautiful feminine energy. There's a lot of creativity with this card. In some decks, I think in the Llewellyn deck, which I use for the confirmation cards, you would see a priest in the forest, and then there's like a harp next to him. So again, really great energy, and you can feel it here too. They're burning some kind of incense or something, and they're looking like this is her friend, right? Or she could be a queen or a princess or something. They could just be her slaves or her helpers or whatever. But this really nice energy, right? They're looking up to this person for guidance for their own life because they do look younger than her. Okay. So that's a little bit about the background about the Hierophant card. But again, it's a really like auspicious, good sign that the Hierophant card for you, Taurus, came out in your own reading. And since this is your third card, this could be saying that you could be getting back into your own elements, okay, more towards the first weekend here. Let me see the dates. So we're doing the 16th through the 31st. So the first weekend would be like Friday is May 21st, 22nd, 23rd, okay? But it's not exact. Nothing is exact with timing with tarot, okay? But really nice energy regardless of when it starts for you. But let's keep going forward here. Now, your fourth card here, Taurus, is the Prince of Sacred Circles upright or Prince of Pentacles upright, okay? Or Knight of Pentacles upright. This talks about forward momentum. It talks about there could be some type of communication coming in for you or from the general universe. Okay, it could be a medium-sized offer, right? Since he's a prince or a knight, okay? So he's not a page or a king, but he's in the middle, okay? So that's why I say medium, okay? But in this card here, and the way it's depicted in this deck, you see this Native American guy, and he looks pretty stable and comfortable with all his fancy, outfit on and his pipe here, his smoking pipe, right? This card is about teaching as well, and so it's really interesting when it's following the Hierophant for you, Taurus, because this Prince of Sacred Circles is about planting the seeds with younger people, planting concepts, planting philosophies, ideas, ways of life, okay, that he's going to be teaching to the younger people, okay? But again, it's really just communication. It doesn't have to be teaching to younger people. It could just be, again, you're going to get a communication from someone, or you're going to communicate with someone, or the universe is going to communicate something to you. Sorry, new. But either way, it looks very positive here. Sorry, guys. Hermes, no. Come here. Hermes. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Hermes. No. Get over here. Are you a Taurus? What's going on? Stop. Okay. Sorry, guys. Oh, chihuahuas. Anyway, so really nice energy here, Taurus. And this could be more towards, that second week that we were looking at. What was the dates here? This could be more like starting May 24th, okay, like after that weekend, right? Could be going around something like that. But let's keep going here and see how the rest of your cards play out. So your fifth card here, Taurus, is the Emperor in the reverse position. So this talks about you possibly, it doesn't have to be you, but someone not feeling in their power, not feeling their normal leadership qualities, not feeling support around them with friends or family or whatever your support system is. It could also be talking about an imbalance between masculine and feminine, okay? But let me show you this card here, all right? And this also, just to show you when it's right side up, so you can see the king here. He's got his antlers, he's got his bird in the background, his staff, okay? And he's got the masculine and feminine qualities, okay? But the Emperor, right, you can see the ram here represents Aries. So some of you could be dealing with an Aries or have a lot of Aries in your chart, whether it's, right side up or reverse. But it was reversed for you. So I feel like for some of you, Taurus, you could be getting into feeling in your own element, right? Feeling more of your own leadership qualities, having all this communication come in, okay, feeling good, have creativity, music, talking to younger people, and then possibly something happens that kind of knocks you off of that place or that balance, and then you go back into possibly doubting yourself in some way, okay, or not balancing something or not feeling support enough from other people that you really want or need at this time, okay? Now your sixth card here, Taurus, is the Ten of Swords in reverse position. This is actually how you want to see this card, okay? So when the swords are right side up, you see this kind of Japanese, symbols here. Okay, the swords when they're going down in tarot represent anxiety, worry, depression, overthinking, exhaustion, lower vibrational energies, right? Being really defensive about something, mentally confused. But when it's flipped, and that's how you want it, the swords are back up. So this could be saying, Taurus, even though you have this little bit of a bump here towards the second last week here of May, you don't stay in that energy for very long, because then you're going to let this anxiety, worry, overthinking, depression, exhaustion, mental confusion go. Okay, so that is good to know. All right, now we're going to get into your tarot confirmation cards here, Taurus. So you have King of Cups in the reverse position, Seven of Wands upright, and Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, so you do have two sevens here, so that's what, 7 is 7 is 14. It could be saying that something's going to happen significantly for you, Taurus, on May 14th, or 14 is a good number for you. It could have a lot of different symbolism, but I just want to point that out, okay? But we'll go in order here. So your first confirmation card, like I said, is King of Cups in the reverse position. And it's confirming the Five of Sacred Circles, or Five of Pentacles upright, and the Prince of Sacred Circles, or Prince of Pentacles, or Knight of Pentacles upright. So this is saying, Taurus, in the recent past, there could have been a lot of change going on around you or inside of you that had your emotions a little bit out of whack, okay? And you couldn't move forward in the past. You couldn't have that growth that you wanted to. Okay, so just for reference, when you see the card right side up, he's in control of his emotions. He has the support of the throne behind him. He has all this prosperity, the fish jumping out of the water, right? It's this peaceful, calm energy. The green is the growth moving forward. So it could be saying in the recent past, there was a lot of stagnant energy, and the emotions could have been all over the place because there was a resistance to some type of change going on within you or around you, or both, okay? Now, when it's confirming the Five of Sacred Circles or Five of Pentacles upright, could have been what sent you into that spiritual retreat, okay? Looking for your refuge, looking for the church to come in out of the cold, looking to come into the hut out of the cold, okay? However you want to see it here, all right? But you are going to find that light, and you are going to warm yourself up, spiritually, physically, mentally, all of those things. Okay, this is just talking about the recent past. Now, when this when this Prince of Sacred Circles or Knight of Pentacles is upright, and it is confirmed by the King of Cups in reverse, this is just basically saying that what possibly led to this guy, right? He's not super old, okay? He could be like middle age maybe, right? We don't know exactly. But him having this communication, having the peace pipe, the sacred pipe, right? Having a talk with someone, whether you talk to someone or someone talks to you, or an opportunity from the universe comes in, a medium-sized opportunity. It could be now you're able to appreciate it more towards that last week of May, because in the recent past, you had to get control of your emotions and come to a more calm and stable place. Okay. Now, I want to, before we go to your second confirmation card, because this is what my guides told me to do when I was shuffling your cards, is talk about what was on the top and the bottom of your Llewellyn deck. That's the one with the yellow border here that we confirm our cards with, okay? So you have the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Four of Pentacles upright. So this is also energy that is underneath your reading here, Taurus. It can be energy from the recent past or still lingering around. Okay, so there could have been a little bit of stagnant energy or some type of new birth of a relationship or project or creativity or something here. Because normally when the wand is upright, it's like that phallic symbol. It's very fertile, creative. Okay, it doesn't have to actually be you having a baby, right? Whatever. But it's in the reverse position, so it's stagnant energy. And having a hard time dealing with starting something new, possibly birthing something new. And it could be because you or the person you're dealing with or in your environment, somebody was holding on to something too tightly. So with the Four of Pentacles, there's an energy of fear and control because they think there's not going to be enough. Okay, so they're hoarding the pentacles here. All right, and this could be energy from the recent past that could have been blocking you. Okay, but they wanted me to talk about this real quickly when I talked about the King of Cups, right? Which was your first confirmation card, which I said there could be some emotions that are out of control that are resisting some type of change. This is the change that you wanted, okay? Maybe it didn't come in the way that you exactly wanted, okay? And so this made you say, okay, I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay right where I am. I'm going to try to control this. I'm going to try to, hold on to this however I can, okay? But this is saying that energy doesn't help, okay? Because with the Four of Pentacles, it's a little bit of the law of attraction, right? So if he's holding on to these pentacles and he's fearful and he's trying to hold on to control, then that's what he's going to get back. More fearful energy, more controlled energy, not moving forward. And so we don't want that. But as we know, this is the past, okay? So we'll put that over there and move forward. All right, Taurus. So your second confirmation card here is the Seven of Wands upright, and it's confirming the Prince of Cups in reverse or Knight of Cups in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. So this is saying in the recent past, you weren't on stable ground. You were very defensive. You were in the survival mode, okay? And you really needed to ground yourself, but you weren't ready to do that yet, okay? And we know that that is because there was something going on with your emotions. They felt negative or uncomfortable. It doesn't have to be you, Taurus. It can be the person you're dealing with, a general situation, right? Or there was just stagnant energy. You couldn't move forward because you were too defensive and not grounded enough. I mean, if you look at the Four of Pentacles upright and the Seven of Wands upright, they kind of have this similar energy of being stubborn, right? And being an earth sign and being a Taurus, that can definitely, happen, right? I mean, we all have stubborn energy, I'm not saying just Tauruses are stubborn, okay? But just stubborn in not wanting to let your guard down because of past hurts and not wanting to let the control down and let the fear go, all right? So when this Seven of Wands is also confirming the Emperor in reverse, this could be why towards that last week of May coming up here, Taurus, you could have felt, because you had the Hierophant before and the Prince of Sacred Circles, right? The communication, the music, the creativity, the forward momentum, and then something kind of knocked you off of your horse, let's say, or knocked you out of that balance. And it could be because there was too much of a defensive energy, right? I mean, this guy, right, when the Emperor is upright, he's like super strong. He's super confident, but he's not like holding his sword right by him, like, oh my God, they're going to attack me at any moment, right? He doesn't look like this guy. So it's almost saying if you balance out those energies, Taurus, of where, you could be overly defensive in the wrong place and not grounded enough. And this is telling you that if you want to be a king, you want to be an emperor, you want to manifest and balance your positive and negative, I'm not positive and negative, I'm sorry, your masculine and feminine energies, that in order to do that, you have to let some of your defenses down and not always be on guard, not always be in this survival mode. You don't have to be like that. It might have helped you in your childhood or in the past to deal with these things, and that's why it is a survival mode that you go into, but this is saying that you don't need that anymore, okay? So you need to let that go. All right, and your last confirmation card here, Taurus, is your other seven card, right? You have seven of swords, if I can talk, in the reverse position. All right, this is a great card to have in the reverse position because when it's right side up, it's anxiety, worry, overthinking. It's inadequate help, right? This little boy can't carry these swords for him, okay? So this could be saying, again, towards that last week and weekend of May, Taurus, you could be getting more adequate help, better help for whatever situation you're in, or it could also just be saying you're letting go of all this anxiety, worry, and overthinking. And we know that too because it's confirming the Ten of Swords in reverse, right? That's how you want the swords. You want them upright, not going into the ground or facing downwards. So you're going to let go of all this anxiety, worry, depression, overthinking, exhaustion, lower frequency energies, which is great. And the more that you do that, you come into your own energy, Taurus, because here you have the Hierophant card again. You come into this leadership place, or you have a better balance with a mentor, tutor, spiritual guide with, with yourself, okay, if you're not that for other people, but you come into that more grounded earth energy that you have, and then you can be more creative, more abundant, have, music around your life and manifest what you want for the future. Now, I also forgot to talk about really quickly what was on the top and the bottom of your ancestral tarot deck with the 6 cards in the middle before we get to your oracle cards here. So you had 8 of sacred circles in the past, okay, in the reverse position, and the Wheel of Fortune upright. Okay, and this is, again, energy from the recent past. Okay, so this was on the top of your deck and this was on the bottom. So this is basically saying that in the recent past, there could have been some type of evaluation with yourself or with others that wasn't going the way it was supposed to go. So when the card is right side up for reference, okay, you see she's a drum maker. She's in the middle of making a drum. Okay, she has drums in the background that she's already made. So it's like, okay, this is all the hard work I've done, but I still need to do a lot more. So what's in the reverse, it could be saying somebody evaluated you wrongly, or you evaluated yourself wrongly, but it's talking about examining yourself. Have I done enough work, or did I do too much work? Okay, something like that, right? And then when you have the Wheel of Fortune here, it's saying despite all of that evaluation, okay, that wasn't going in the right way, or you weren't being honest with yourself, or another person wasn't being honest with you, or however you want to take it, then the Wheel of Fortune came in and said, your wheel is going to turn in your favor regardless of this evaluation that didn't go well, okay? Because it's going to be your time, and you have, especially during this Taurus season and the Taurus New Moon that I was talking about, this tomorrow that's great for manifesting. It's saying despite all of that, you will manifest. You will have luck on your side, okay? All right, so let's get your oracle cards here real quick, Taurus, since I know I'm a little over time, but it happens. It's no big deal. So your first oracle card is the Goose. Is that the Goose? No? Good. Okay. I can't read. Is that? I don't think that's a goose. It's a different word. What the hell is that? It's a bird. Hold on. Let's see what kind of bird it is. Garoose. Garoose. No. Yeah, Garoose. A medium-large game bird with a plumpy body and feathered legs. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Oh, no. Okay, so it's similar to a goose. No. So there's another one that looks like a turkey. Okay, Taurus, they're like, what? Just let me show you the card. Okay. Can you guys, I know I turned off the chat, but if you want to comment later, how the hell do you say that? My dyslexia coming out? I'm a little dyslexic, y'all. Anyway, the message of the card says, express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. So that's beautiful. So it could be saying this could be a message for you, Taurus, during these next 2 weeks that we have coming up from the May 16th through the 31st. So this is something that's really going to help you get out of any stagnant, funky energy, right? Turn on some music, do some dancing, drumming, whatever, and get out of that energy. But yeah, guys, this is the images of the birds. I don't know. That one looks like a turkey, but it doesn't say it's the same one. Anyway, my rant on animals. Okay, so I've been pulling love messages for the last couple of readings. So your message is, Taurus, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Beautiful. And then you see this woman here doing some type of offering to some Roman or Greek god. Okay, so even if you're not looking at this reading for romantic issues with a partner, right? There's different types of love. There's platonic and family love. Okay, so it could be saying even if it's not romantic, the more that you stay positive about your relations with other people and yourself, this will be more positive for you and others, and will bring you forward to more good energy and good times. All right. And your last oracle card here, Taurus, is the portal card. And it says, doors are opening, you decide, rewards, and the wild card. You see this woman standing here at this gateway to this portal. So that's pretty cool. This is the Rebecca Campbell Star Seeds Oracle deck. So I'm going to look this one up real quick just to see if it has any other little insight we can get real quick. Okay, 96. Here we go. 96. Okay. Oh, yes. So one of the questions you can ask for yourself for this card says, what would you most like, oh my gosh, what would you most like to experience? Okay. Doors are opening. Your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. Planets are aligning. The timing is right. Right, Taurus? It's during Taurus season, Taurus New Moon. The universe is saying yes, and you have the Midas touch. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. You're swimming with the cosmic current of life. Wow, that's beautiful. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. When this card comes up in the spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into that new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right into the portal. All right. So I don't always read those messages, but I felt like I was supposed to this time. So anyway, Taurus, these are your messages. Again, if you want to check out the photo, it'll be in the description box below how to get there. If you want to, but you don't have to. And then, yeah, other than that, if you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. It does help my channel. And if you want to subscribe, it is free again. You can do that just clicking on the bell icon in the bottom right and making sure that it's active and like blue. I think it turns like a bluish color. And that way you'll just be notified when I put out new readings. So, oh my gosh, excuse me. So anyway, with all that being said, again, happy birthday, Tauruses out there. If you've had your birthday or you haven't yet, enjoy your season. And you guys take care, and I'll see you soon in a little while. All right, bye.